There are the officials for this evening. The video referee, of course, that we haven't mentioned. We hope he won't have to be used too much, is another Englishman, Dave Pearson. Well, Wayne Barnes has been a fine referee during this World Cup, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. I think everybody rates him very highly. A young guy that has progressed very quickly amongst the ranks of the referees. People were touting him as being a potential World Cup final referee, but that, of course, assumes that England don't make the World Cup final.
I'm glad you said that rather than me. But certainly it would be a massive prize for any referee to achieve a World Cup final. They only come around once every 4 years. And the life of an international referee, yes, you're on telly. The life of an international referee is quite a short one, really. So it would be a great moment for any of the guys who are out here in France. And, of course, not forgetting the matches we've seen in Wales and Scotland too. But great support. There's a young man who's playing his rugby in England, Alassana Tulangi. Plays with Leicester Tigers. He's been an absolutely smash hit up there. Literally using the word smash, I think. One of the Tulangi brothers, Mike Hercus, bringing his team out. What's your prediction, David?
Well, I mean, I think Samoa would go into this game as favourites, but, you know, they've been disappointing so far. I think they've got a lot to prove. Their backs against the wall. You know, I would expect Samoa to win this match. The Americans have only ever won 2 other Rugby World Cup matches, both against Japan. And it's hard to see them defeating this Samoan side. They've got so much at stake. So much pressure on them. A lot of it pressure that they put on themselves, actually.
So a huge cheer at the Stade Geoffroy Guichard for Samoa and the United States. And we'll hear the Samoan war cry, of course, before the kickoff here this evening. A very, very important game for both teams. And certainly the outcome of this pool, which of course includes Tonga, England and South Africa, is far from over, isn't it? It's so, certainly from my point of view, it's one of the most intriguing pools that we've got in the World Cup at the moment.
Well, it is. And of course the clash between England and Tonga on Friday evening in Paris, the one which will determine which of those 2 sides goes through to the quarter-final.
Yeah, that becomes a knockout stage of the tournament, doesn't it? Whoever loses goes home. And the Samoans getting a huge round of applause from this main grandstand here as we await the national anthems. So great moment for all of the players out there, all 44 of them. There's the skipper, great player is Samoa, plays in Japan now. Even big men can be affected by the emotion of a World Cup match. It's quite cold here in Saint-Étienne, but that will certainly warm the hearts of all the United States supporters here. And Samoa certainly ready for an almighty battle here on the field. So the stage is set for what could be an enthralling match. Both teams desperate for a victory and desperate not to leave World Cup 2007 without at least one win. The Americans lining up now to face Samoa. Team Samoa are ready. And what sort of opposition will the United States provide? There's one man who wishes he was out on the park.
Yeah, absolutely, Brian Lima. Slightly ignominious end to his career.
Well, certainly as far as the starting lineup is concerned, the fullback Lockie Crichton from Worcester Warriors, the top scorer in the team so far. A huge amount of emotion.
Okay to go.
Wayne Barnes of England, the referee for this game. Samoa up against the United States of America. It should be a cracker here in Saint-Étienne. Conditions are not particularly good. It's a little bit windy. It's quite cold. And it's been raining heavily. Samoa kick off right into the USA's 22. A big tackle coming in right from the kickoff. And we should have the first set piece, or should we? Oh my goodness, almost a mistake there by Samoa to Langi, and a big kick across field by Lockie Crichton, the fullback. And Samoa trying to keep it in open play. Little chip forward there by Sapolu, and it just trickles out into touch. So I think it's fairly evident what the intention is from Samoa's point of view.
Well, fabulous long pass to get the ball back in field. I'm only surprised that Amasana Tuilangi didn't take it up himself, but instead they came wide. Still looking to stretch this American Eagles side.
So Owen Lentz it is, throwing in for the USA, and that was well picked up there by the American number 7, Todd Clever, who I think we've been quite impressed with throughout this tournament, haven't we, David?
Yeah, I think both the American flaggers, Todd Clever and Louis Stanfield, have been, very impressive.
9 in the middle.
So the first scrummage. There's the comparison of the two packs, and Samoa 17 kilos heavier than the USA. And it shouldn't make too much difference, but that was a good tackle coming in there by the American number 8, Fafita Munga, who's actually born in Tonga. I wonder how he feels about this game. Actually, the scrum half there almost didn't notice the ball coming out. And America have stolen it through their captain, Mike Hercus. Referee playing advantage. Once again, a good driving run there by Fafita Munga. Hercus once again swings it across field. The United States trying to add some width through Philip Eloff, who's just come into the United States team for the first time during this World Cup. Big hits coming in by Samoa in defense. Nice little start by the Americans, but they can't quite break out. Maybe they can now. Little chip forward there by the winger Selesi Sika. And Tuilangi clears up. So we have a line out.
Well, both sides showing great intent in these opening few minutes. Wanting to get width on the ball, wanting to get their big runners in. Of course, the United States have a very significant Tongan influence in their side. 4 or 5 of their players have Tongan ancestry, and one on the bench, I think, with Samoan ancestry as well.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see if Valanisi Malifa comes on, because he said in a press conference the other day he's going to feel as though he's playing against his brothers. Meanwhile, Samoa attack the United States once more. They've got a bit of an overlap here. Loki Crichton, the fullback, dummies, goes one way, going for the line, but brought down 5 meters short. And that was certainly the best attacking move of the game. Great little break there by Loki Crichton. Worcester Warriors, he plays for, does the fullback. And Samoa are very close now.
Discipline.
Well, Tuilangi really needs to come off his wing. Loki Crichton getting narrower and narrower. And just if Tuilangi had come on the inside line, he might have been in there.
So the USA to throw in. It goes long. Good throw, but a big hit coming in on Isikia.
Hands off 7. You've lost.
The American centre. Now then, 1 against 1. This has got to be a try. Samoa score first. Lomi Fa'atu scores for Samoa. And in the end, it was a very, very simple score. 2 against 2. And the winger just went round his man quite easily in the end.
Well, it came from a marvellous tackle on Isikia when the United States threw long at the line out. Samoa turned it over, and well, great 2-on-2, and he took his try well there. Here's the turnover. Isikia is just stuck, and you see Samoa, they've come out with much more commitment than they've shown in any of the preceding World Cup games, I think.
What do you put that down to, David?
Well, again, I don't know. Backs to the wall, real pressure. You know, it would be quite humbling if they went home not having won any of their pool matches in this Rugby World Cup.
Well, certainly Michael Jones's influence has got to be felt here this evening. He was a great player, an assistant coach back in 2003, so this was a great opportunity for the Samoan coach, and it hasn't quite paid off, so they've got to go back and rebuild. But big score here would do their confidence the world of good. Nice try by Lomi Fa'atu, and now Loki Crichton tries to get the extra 2 points. Quite difficult conditions for kicking here tonight. Certainly high enough, but pushed past that left-hand post.
Just make sure if you make the tackle, you make
so after
as well. It wasn't a penalty.
Well, nearly 6 minutes now, the score 5 points to 0. Just have a look at it again. Good long pass, and nothing there that the United States winger Celeste Sika could do about defending that one.
He still did well to get it down, actually. It was a very good attempt at the tackle by Chris Wilde, but just too strong.
Well, the USA almost pinched that one from the kickoff, but knocked on, so Samoa to have the put in.
Yes, Lacey Sika, the big fella there. One of the people with Tongan ancestry in the American side.
Let's go.
Junior Polu is the Samoan scrum half, whips it back, and Samoa once again deciding they're going to run it. We've got Tuilangi on that far wing, and he can really motor. Good tackle though coming in by Taduzwa Ngenya. Samoa still in possession. And certainly trying to use the full width of the pitch.
Ruck cord, hands away cord, carried on playing.
Well, you kind of wonder why they've not played